Welcome back to the Dying Light 100 Days. It's here. We got Old Town. Yeah, we got Old Town. So kind of what this is going to be is we're going to kind of run over things that I want to do. One, just like the slums, we're going to do all the quarantine zones. That's going to be done probably first thing within the first 5 days. We're going to do all of them. We're also going to visit all Easter egg locations that at least I can find. We're going to go into every open door that we can go into. We're going to go into it, and we're going to explore the places. Yeah, it's 100 days. It's a lot. It's a lot to get through, but it's also a lot to see, and there's a lot to do, and maybe I was kind of overestimating 100 days, because now the 100 days are kind of flying by, and I think you guys can kind of see that. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the videos, so I can stop working at BK, like and subscribe. All jokes, you guys don't have to. Just enjoy the video, and thank you for watching. Alright guys, so just maybe for this video, we will try the face cam. I don't know. I have, as of now, I have all of this recorded, so yeah. We're just gonna live comment, post comments. We're just gonna get the video and we're gonna comment, and day 21, we started off with the flag, and now we're helping out some survivors. 2 shot in the Demolishers, 1 shot in the goon. This JB shotgun's absolutely amazing, and we get a couple $100 from these guys, so that's pretty cool. A couple useless weapons, it's always unlucky. Like, at least give me an upgrade if I'm killing a Demolisher. I just think these two-handed axes are absolutely useless. But what do I know? Yeah. Day 21 is a lot about taking in the views, and it's also going to be kind of for recapping what happened in the slums, and just in case you guys haven't watched, if you guys are following the series, then maybe skip a little bit ahead to day 22, but throughout the 20 days in the slums, we did all the quarantine zones. We beat Bozak Horde. We beat the Haran prison twice. We did a lot throughout there. So if you guys are interested, that's all in my Dying Light 100 Days playlist. That's in the channel. And there's also a few Easter eggs that we went through on there. So if you guys aren't looking to watch the videos I made, yeah. But day 21, it's kind of ending off. We come to this pink teddy bear location, and you can see that it's kind of smoking there. And that's because once you press the teddy bear one too many times, it blows up. So, you can kind of get a good feel for the room. I'm going to go around and show you guys. Some of these doors open, some of them don't. This is a pretty cool room, and you get the status field projector, and I'm going to show you guys a few clips of what that does, but you guys can kind of just take in the room and see it a little bit. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm showing you guys the blueprint here. It's going to be down in your developer blueprints, and it's going to be probably right under your airstrike if you have that. I showed the location of that in the first episode of 100 Days, so if you guys are looking for the airstrike, it's there. I also have a video literally labeled airstrike, and it shows you where to find it, how to get it. So check that out if you guys are interested. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get a few clips. I went out looking for a Demolisher shortly after we crashed that. I went looking for a Demolisher, and if you guys are hearing a baby in the background, that is my kid. So if you hear it, just ignore it. It's my kid. She's pretty cool though. She's a little. She's a stinker, man. She is. Drives me crazy, but you can see here against the Demolisher, because I was able to find him before zombies, which is bizarre to me. It actually freezes him in place, and you can kind of see once I get up here that I got him frozen, and we just kind of one-shot him with the shotgun and we keep it moving. But you know, a couple clips down the line, you guys are gonna see what it does to zombies, and I'm just gonna tell you that it's one of my favorite things in the whole game. It's hilarious, and I do thoroughly enjoy it. But yeah, day 21's not meant to be too explorative. It's more meant. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna find a few flags. I'm gonna do a few things, but that's just because I'm going for good views, and you know, I'm really trying to recap and go over things. So some stuff that I want to do for this is obviously World 1 of 1. I want to pretty much get all the Easter egg locations and kind of explain some of the stuff to you guys, and maybe explain a little bit on how to find things and where they are, and stuff like that, just to help you guys out if you guys are, you know, following the playlist through and not necessarily seeing my videos. You can kind of see in that clip that, you know, those files are crazy, man. I'm playing on story mode and they're glitching out like that. And that's why sometimes this game is horrible. But this is what I used on the Demolisher earlier, and you can see that it kind of sends them up in the air. And I went looking for a horde of zombies just to see what it would do to a ton of them. And my impression was that they would get frozen in place like the Demolisher, but nope, they get flown up in the air and then they slam into the ground. So that's it's pretty cool to see that. One of my favorite things in the game. And yeah, day 21 is going to kind of close off with me getting a few flags and some nice views. You can kind of look to the left. You see the slums that, you know, we came from. It's a bit symbolic for me. But yeah, we're going to come up on top of this tower and we're going to find another flag, and then I believe we're going to head to bed for the night. And that's going to close off day 21. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. My kid is crazy. But we're back with the start of day 22, and yeah, we're just doing some quarantine zones, some pretty standard stuff. A lot of you guys watching probably have played these, so all the quarantine zones I do are going to be sped up, time-lapsed a little bit. I mean, you guys can still kind of see what I do and how I play them, so yeah, if you guys want to see, I think this still gives you a good experience. You kind of just get me talking over it, which, yeah, I mean, you can kind of get my reactions. They were pretty fun. These are a lot more fun than the ones in the slums, I will say that. I did enjoy these more, overall. Old Town is just kind of, I don't want to say it's better than the slums, because the slums has a lot of, once I started exploring the slums, I kept finding things, and that's, you know, something that I appreciate, you know, when there's always more to be found, and I just kept finding it on the slums. Whereas Old Town, it's just a lot more things are open, and a lot of things are better, gameplay-wise. But that closed off day 22. We did a couple quarantine zones, closed it off. And here we actually are at the Right Ball of Glova location, and for this you actually need 2 eyeballs that are on the top left of the map, all the way on the top left, and then all the way at the bottom right, and that will be at the bottom right, it's Rise's museum, and you're going to go off to the beach on the side, and the top left will ultimately be, I don't know if it's a named location, but it'll be like kind of a pillar, and there'll be a part that you can climb up on. But you can see I just got the Master Crafter trophy from crafting like Right Ball of Glova, and so that's pretty cool. Milestone anytime I get an achievement. I'm going to try to put it in the video for you guys. But this is what the Right Ball of Glova does. You throw it into a horde of zombies and it shocks them. Unfortunately, I didn't get any gameplay against a goon or a demolisher with it. But, you know, that would kind of ruin the surprise, so if you guys think that looked cool, go and use it on them, see what it does. You know, you might be underwhelmed. But here are actually the locations that I was talking about. You're going to come up to the top left of the map and then the bottom right of the map. And you should be able to find the eye locations for those rocks, and you ultimately want to bring it back to that skull statue that I showed you earlier. But yeah. Another cool thing about this game is, you know, the gameplay mechanics that you can get. And here you can kind of make everybody surrender. They'll surrender their weapons to you until provoked, and the bottom guys glitch, but you can see the other three are surrendering. And really all you have to do is aim a gun at them. But I believe once you turn your back on them or try to leave, they ultimately attack you, which, you know, in this instance was a bad decision for them. I didn't want to do it to them. I was going to leave them alone. They surrendered, but they didn't surrender. So I left this guy with nothing but his hand, and the other three got bullets to the chest. But that's one of the cooler things about this game. It makes it a lot more interactive. You can make your enemies kind of surrender, even though it's not really surrender. But this gate, if you're wondering why we're here, on the other side is the Bozak Horde Stadium, and you can actually come right up to the door of the stadium, which is one of the things that I thought was pretty cool. You just can't really get in, and there's not too much here other than a lootable chest and a van. Yeah. And if you guys are confused on why this video is only going to be about 36 minutes, and why I didn't put more days, is because I do like the 10-day style that's going, and I like having 2 parts. It makes it feel more whole, and you know, there's a lot of things to do, and splitting it up into 2 parts makes it a lot more digestible. But yeah, you can see here we're kind of we made that guy surrender, and we kind of just stumbled across the book, which was pretty cool, to say the least. But yeah, we're just kind of taking the drops we have, the miscellaneous stuff, we're taking it to Spike. And one of the cool things here, after we loot this guy, is I'm going to show you a blueprint location. You're actually going to come back here, and right on this table there will be a blueprint there. I'm not too sure what it is, I don't really remember, but if you guys are looking for blueprints early game, right there's your spot. And that's going to kind of close off day 23. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys are enjoying the videos so far, I know I say it every video, you don't have to, but like and subscribe, man. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that should be better. I didn't even notice that was in the way. I didn't notice the wire. I don't know how long it's been there. Day 24, we're doing the DLC. I don't remember what it's called. But we're doing all the QZs that we can do, and we end up doing the DLC for the Old Town. I believe this one isn't DLC, but it very well might be, I don't know. That's the problem. I record all these over a week, all these episodes, and then I post comment, and I don't remember what's going on too much. So I kind of get to watch all this footage with you guys, and just kind of what I remember, you know, tell you. And right there, I actually get jump scared. I know it was pretty quick, but the toilet jump scares, they're in there. You know, if you ever opened a toilet, got jump scared, it was there, it was quick, I know. But yeah, we're gonna smother that child, get the last drop, and then we're gonna head out. That was all the footage we had for day 24, and so we're moving on to day 25, and we actually get this guy, Cybiz, I think is how you say his name, and I challenged him to a race, and I think you guys are gonna like where we're going. We're knocking something off the list, I can tell you. That's all I'm gonna say. You'll see when we get there. But I can say that this Cybiz guy is pretty cool. From the audio, you guys can probably hear in the background, he's pretty young, but he's a cool guy, and he makes his way into the 100 days, just as JV did, and a few other people are gonna. Spoiler. But we're just gonna kind of wait for Cybiz. Since he sounded kind of so young, I mean, obviously, a lot of people know everything in this game, which is kind of why a lot of people are also going to be confused on why I'm making 100 days and explaining everything when there's hundreds of videos explaining everything. But I want to, so fight me, I guess. But yeah, kind of got sideways. Yeah, right there, that block. If you're looking for the Paizo suit, just jump up on that block and it'll be on top. And you want to jump after you hit those cones. Not the cones, the tubes. There'll be like 3 tubes. Just kind of jump around there, and you'll find the Paizo suit. So that's pretty cool. And I don't have any clips with the Paizo suit. I don't even think I have one crafted. Maybe one day I will.
No, it's not.
To be honest with you, I don't really know how to use it at all. Every time I try using it, I die horribly, so we just don't use it too much anymore. But yeah, just like at the end of the Mario game, you go back down the tube and you come right back out. And World 101, for what it is pretty cool. So pretty much what happened was we got this Carter 1256, welcome to 100 days, and we all kind of dressed up as the Bozak pets. So I ultimately set it to Bozak Horde, and yeah, we fought some goons, and I think all of us are used to playing it solo because once we get through these guys, we kind of just assume that we're done. But we don't actually notice that we have to kill 2 more. And you guys can kind of see, panic set in probably about 5 seconds. You'll see us just start panicking, trying to kill these other guys with the last 30 seconds. Right here, we're just kind of scrambling, trying to kill everybody. And yeah, I think I just go for the bow because I know it's gonna do a lot more damage than the machetes. And I 2-shot that one, and we 2-shot that guy, and for some reason this goon glitches, and the point of panic is at no return. Even though they start leaving around the last second, and I finally clutch up, but both of them had left, so I was kind of just like, what, bro, we did it, and you guys left. So, I mean, I already beat it, but, for what it was, pretty cool clip. And we featured Carter in there for the 100 days, so again, welcome. But this is the other eye location that I was talking about. You have Rise's Museum off the beach. You're going to go into the corner and you're going to see, it's really hard to miss. There's going to be like a pebble. Again, look for my video if you guys want a more in-depth showing. But one of the locations that it spawns at is actually right here. And I believe it is, yeah, right here. And you're going to kind of look down on this crevice right here, and it should be right there for you when you drop down. Be sure to grab the flag on top, and there's also a blueprint here that I'm pretty sure I show you guys, but that's the pebble location. And then if you come up off this bridge towards the end and you run down here, on this table there will be the all-in-one, I believe, blueprint, and it's a legendary blueprint, and it's pretty good. So yeah, there's that. And then yeah, so here we actually are looking for Rise's room, day 27. Yeah, and this is one of the things, like, there's so many things that they put in to the game that make it awesome. This is one of them, honestly. Putting the room, kind of giving Rise a deeper backstory, and yeah, it's a nice room. You can kind of see the Haran Old Town map there. We're going to kind of go in more depth in it. But once you kind of leave this place, because your map doesn't actually show up, and I believe I'm going to show you that. But yeah, your map actually won't show up here. So once you get out, you can kind of compare these and whatnot. But you can kind of see up there, that's like Rise in the military. Photos of like the infection, confidential. And then if you look at, I know it's hard to see, you can kind of see the antenna, the bridge, You can also see Ryze's tower in there, which I don't understand because, like, you know, this is from the start of the outbreak, and Ryze, like, became Ryze after his brother died. And so why would there be a picture of that tower with his banner if... I don't get it. But, after leaving there, we actually fist fight 3 of these guys to the death because I'm powerful, so it doesn't matter. And we actually just end up beating these guys to death. Barehanded, which I do appreciate. And we let this guy get back up. We give him a fair fight. He ends up cutting me a few times, so... yeah. But, and in my conquest of dodging here, I actually fall in the water a few times. And, you know, whatever. Just washing the blood off. Yeah. But, you know, we beat these guys to death pretty swiftly, and he goes for a nice swim. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I don't even really care about the crates. I don't care about too much of anything in this game anymore. I just kind of care about getting the clips for you guys. But yeah, we also fist fight this goon until it dies. And this was actually pretty fun to do. And I also tried fist fighting a demolisher. I killed it with my hands. I killed it. It took me a half hour. So that unfortunately cannot make its way into the 100 days. I might make it its own video, honestly. Fist fighting a demolisher. So if you guys want to see it, just let me know. I have the footage recorded. It unfortunately didn't make its way to the 100 days though, and it probably won't. Just because of how large it is and how long it would take to watch it. It just, you know, I don't think people's attention span would last the entire half hour of me just dodging, punching. It was horrible to play, it really was. That wasn't as fun as killing this goon. It was horrible because they have like a built-in smack system. Anytime you hit them, they smack. So you have to constantly dodge, and you're literally getting maybe 2 punches in before you have to dodge, consistently dodging. Just an absolute horrible experience, but we get a paladin from taking care of them, so we kind of keep moving, and we do end up finding another flag, and maybe a couple more on day 27. I don't really know. Actually, no, that ends up being the end of day 27, so yeah, we're kind of knocking off a lot of what we need to do within the, you know, the Old Town 40 days, and, well, the Old Town 20 days, which would be ending up day 40, the Old Town 40 days, that's the name. We actually head into the sewers, and this one's going to be a little long-winded. From the slum side, actually, you can kind of see that this is the gate that I took to go out to the slum side, and I will show you that later. But this is the Old Town end of the sewers, and you kind of just get a little bit of a better look here. And obviously, going any farther than this, we'd end up in the slums, and that's kind of stuff that you've already seen. And we get another addition to the 100 days. What's his name? I'm not even going to attempt it. I'm going to butcher it, but this guy is more than welcome to the 100 days. Happy to have him. I was showing him some of the interiors and kind of clued him in that we were doing 100 days, so he ended up making his way in. And you know, anybody who really joins me on the 100 days, I'm gonna honor them in some way, probably at the end, and I'm gonna kind of go through, watch the videos, and I'm gonna kind of maybe get all the names down, and we'll do kind of a memorial to them type deal where, you know, we honor the 100 days and we honor all the people who joined along the way, who helped make 100 days what it is. And that's I think that's more what you know, this focus should be instead of it being like a educational 100 days, it should be more of a journey, if that makes sense. Where I can kind of take you guys, you know, along my growth as a player and along all the people that I meet along here that, you know, hey, give me weapons, help me beat accomplishments, or just come along for the ride like this guy. And you know, it makes every day more interesting when people join. And everyone who's joined my world is definitely going to have a special part in the 100-day series. So they will in some way get honored. If you guys are looking to get in there, literally just try to look for me when I'm online. I'm always online, and you guys can probably find me. And again, I apologize if you guys hear my kid. It's not too much I can do about it. But yeah, this is kind of the closeout of the sewers. You can kind of see if we went back through that manhole, we would have ended up back to the slums, which we didn't want to go. So we just kind of come back through this room. I mean, again, you guys have seen this in the slums, so you understand what this place is. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys that you could get back to that spot from Old Town. So that's kind of hence why we went that far. And, you know, it was good exploration of the sewers and whatnot. And this is actually kind of how you get to Old Town if you're trying to figure it out from the slum sewers. You can kind of just follow this path back. Because you're going to come out into that clearing and then you kind of just take this way through, and a lot of it's marked, so if you get confused, just kind of follow the arrows. Who's texting? Okay. Yeah, so when you kind of come back out, you end up in these loot rooms, and there's nothing too important, but just to give you guys a good view of it, I'd show it to you. But yeah, the sewers definitely isn't my favorite place, but it is cool to go in them and, you know, see what it has to offer and whatnot. So yeah, we're just kind of heading back now. So I'll see you guys in a second when we get there. So on day 29, we're kind of revisiting one of the darker quests of Dying Light. This is probably my favorite quest in the entire game. So pretty much what happens is a couple kids go to play detective, and it goes extremely wrong. And again, I don't want to spoil any of this for you. I'm going to kind of keep it with the exploring. Kind of once we get here, you can kind of get the idea of maybe what happened to these kids. The kid lost his dog, went to find the dog, and he finds the dog. You know, we find the dog on the table, and the quest kind of goes through a series of voice recordings, and you hear the kid scream at the end. So I mean, you can only assume what happened to the kid, and that's why I say this is one of the darker quests. But the kid was just looking for his dog, and he ended up getting got, which, I mean, it's horrible stuff. The guy in here was a cannibal, just eating people, eating the dog, eating the kid. Really dark quest, but you get a very strong blueprint from this quest called the God Hammer, and it's going to be in that back room. where the dog was. You're going to go in that back room, and the Godhammer blueprint should be right back there for you. But yeah, we also revisit a few other places. For instance, we end up revisiting the Pink Teddy Bear location, and we got a new guy, Godly Sin 74. Welcome to the 100-Day series. And I was kind of showing him this place, revisiting it, and there was another purpose why I came back here. I ultimately didn't show you guys the basement, which is another quest, and I didn't show you really the any of the kids or anything, so we're kind of just gonna come back through and get a little bit of a deeper dive through into this place, and just because I didn't show you. And if you guys are playing the quest, I would recommend going left, coming through these doors first, because this is the quickest way to do the quest. You come through here, open this door up, and you shut off that power there. And then you can kind of turn around and go through, and you won't have to run through electricity. I know when I was younger and I tried playing this, it took me like 2 hours just trying to figure out what was going on. But yeah, so you're going to kind of come into this room after, and right in this room you're going to find Rupert's dead wife, and you ultimately put her down, but this is what she was working with. I mean, I probably would die down here too if I lived like that. But yeah, for what this quest is, I mean, it's definitely not as dark as a cannibal eating a dog and a kid. I mean, that's horrible. But kind of where the series really gets dark is like the following. It really does. There's a lot of things that happen, especially the ending. You can like nuke the map, and I'm not joking. You can literally nuke the map, or you turn into a zombie. There's no happy ending to Dying Light, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, I kind of want Crane to live, but Crane doesn't always get to live. But Godly Sins, we got some toilet shenanigans, and he ends up closing the door for me like a gentleman. And that's gonna kind of close up this place once we kind of go through here and look at it. But yeah, Godly Sin, welcome to the 100 Days, man. So then we actually end up coming here, and this was a quest where a guy is doing a voice call, asking people to come help, and he kind of just kills everybody. So it's just kind of going to be like a quick run through of this place, just so you guys can get a feel for it. And yeah, it's nothing too crazy here, nothing too important, but it's cool for what it is, and it's an open area, so why not come explore it? Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to look through things, you can. If you're low on pistol ammo, I will say this: if you're low on pistol ammo, you get 90 right there, so you don't have to waste money. But a lot of you guys are probably at a point where money doesn't matter, and so that's more of a tip for starting people. And there's also some starter weapons here that you can get. But yeah, the quest that you have to do here is kind of easy as long as you're equipped to do it. He might kill you a few times, but he really shouldn't, ultimately. And yeah, that's gonna kind of close up day 29, and we're gonna head into day 30. Again, you guys might be a little shocked at how fast this went. But yeah, it's flying by. Day 30 has been flying by. And we're kind of doing some tic-tacking for the flag up here to start up day 30, and a couple jump ups, but we get the micro going and we clap that flag quick. And I end up coming up here because I had a feeling there was another flag, and you can kind of guess that, there's a flag there. That's why it's in the video. Yep. And now we kind of come to Town Hall, which is, this is ultimately going to be the end of the video, so you guys are if you guys did enjoy, like and subscribe, whatever. I mean, we're not there yet, but we're almost. But one thing that's pretty interesting about Town Hall is that there is a secret kind of vault room that we're going to go to, and I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to kind of run through, and I don't exactly remember the quest for how you get here, but kind of just do your side quests, and eventually you'll end up here. And this is a pretty cool place, because this is a place you can actually explore pretty thoroughly. It's a pretty big place to run through. So if you guys are just looking to kind of find a place outside of the map that is interesting, I mean, this is definitely one of them. And you get like seven quarantine supply drops. I believe it's 7. We can count them when we get to the vault. So, I mean, it's definitely worth coming here in that sense. If you don't have your survivor rank up, definitely, come here, get some packages. But if you don't really care about kind of exploiting a little bit, feel free to refer to the last 2 parts I've done with the stuffed turtle grinding. You can get levels so quick, and I'm kind of sad that I'm off the slums, because when I got bored, that was literally what I was able to do. I just went and stuffed turtle grinded, but you can't really do that with the missions on here, with the not the missions, the quarantine zones on here, because a lot of them are long-winded, and it would just kind of be pointless to do them. It would end up taking more time, but yeah, that's the end of the video, guys.